Hello, I'm Alex Mingus, and today I'm going to be giving a brief overview of our DPT automation software option for Teledyne LeCroy oscilloscopes. This software option is a complete automation solution for double pulse testing. It enables hands-free sequential testing by remotely controlling the entire DPT test setup. It integrates with our PWR-DEVICE software option to automatically generate reports that capture all critical switching measurements, as well as screen grabs and waveforms. It's designed to work with your test circuit, and all test circuit configuration changes can be made by the user. No need to ship your test circuit anywhere for modifications. We'll need a Teledyne LeCroy oscilloscope, an arbitrary function generator, or AWG, a DC bus voltage power supply, a DC board power supply, and your test circuit. Teledyne LeCroy can provide all of this equipment outside of the test circuit, and for additional recommendations and requirements around the hardware, please refer to the manual and our website. For this demonstration today, we'll be using a test circuit with 2 wide bandgap switching devices. The rest of the equipment can be configured in the software.
Now we will walk through the DPT automation software. This software is an automation framework only and requires that the Teledyne LeCroy PWR-DEVICE software option is installed on your oscilloscope. The DPT automation software is organized into 3 different sections: remote connections, circuit configuration, and automated testing. The software connects to the equipment via LAN connections. IP addresses and port numbers will need to be input for each piece of equipment to enable this connection. For the purpose of this software walkthrough, I will just demonstrate connecting to the oscilloscope. If the software connects successfully to the piece of equipment, the indicator will turn green, and the device information will appear below the icon on the left. After the remote connections are made, you can begin setting up the test circuit configuration. From here, we can configure the oscilloscope, the power supplies, and the AWG. We recommend configuring them in that order. The oscilloscope should be configured first. You simply define each signal's channel input and specify which channel will trigger. Next, you will need to configure the low voltage board power supply and high voltage DC bus power supply. For both power supplies, we will need to enable the output and specify the voltage needed. The final piece of equipment to be configured is the signal generator. Here you will need to specify the number of pulses, pulse widths, an inductor value if applicable, and the gate drive voltage. The software supports testing of 1 to 5 pulses. You can manually enter the pulse widths, or input an inductor value, which allows the software to automatically calculate the pulse width value for a true double pulse test, where the second pulse reaches the target inductor current. Now that we have the equipment configured, we can walk through the automatic testing. First, you will need to configure where your reports will be output via this PC browse function. Here we can also specify what output is captured: waveforms, screen captures, and/or measurements. The final step is to run the automatic testing. First, if sequential testing is being performed, you will need to input a test conditions file via this PC browse function. You also need to specify which measurements you want to capture and for which pulses. All measurements supported by the PWR-DEVICE software can be captured. Then you simply run the test and wait. If something goes wrong during the test, you can click on the abort button, which will stop the test and power off all supplies. Once the test is finished, the software automatically creates a report in the specified location. If you want to learn more about this software, please refer to the link on screen or reach out to us with any further questions.